In this video, we're going to show how we went about building our convertible beds. We purchased our half-inch Baltic birch plywood from the local home goods store. I had them cut the 4x8 sheet in half to make it easier to work with at home. I ripped the pieces to the correct dimensions on my table saw. We opted for 2 twin beds that will convert into a king bed, so I wanted to make sure that there was enough room to walk through the aisle. I also wanted to see how my 28-gallon water tank would fit. I wasn't too concerned getting right up next to the wheel well, as this will be covered by the water tank. I've been working on the beds. I got the first one in here, and I'm reinforcing it a little bit, but it's drying up. Got the glue drying, and I'm getting ready to make the second one. All I've done is use some half-inch Baltic birch ply and as always, some pocket hole screws, and we will get the second one made right now. Anytime you're making multiples of something, the second one seems to go so much quicker. On the driver's side, I also wanted to leave room for the wires to come through when I pre-wire everything. After making sure that the lid fit, we decided to cut up an old mattress we had found. As always, our cat finds this to be an interesting project. We cut the mattress up with an old electric knife that we had. The foam fit well, but I knew I had to get a new electric knife before we started the real mattress. Ooh, it's so shiny. As you can see, there is still plenty of room to walk through the center. The short backrest will allow us to turn this into a king bed. Well, I have my 2 bed frames done. I've gone ahead and made them out of half-inch Baltic birch plywood. Put some reinforcements on both edges, mainly here because that's where the hinge is going to be, so I want to give as much meat over there as possible. I've also put in some center half-lapped battens, or I don't know what you want to call them, but they provide extra support. And also I noticed that the side piece was in a little bit, so it helps to push it out a little bit, keep its form a little bit better. But I still haven't even screwed in. I am prepared to attach it to the bottom, and not too bad. The lid is attached with a 6-foot piano hinge. That's a lot of screws, in case you were wondering. I've gotten the piano hinge on, so now this can open up. I am probably going to put a couple of handle holds to grab into, but before we do that, we're going to give everything a good sanding. It has been surprising to see how much time sanding and painting takes up. What I've been doing is cutting away a slot here, or a channel, so that my electrical and my water lines can go through here. It's going to have the water tank in this side, and the water pump and all of that, the heater. And so I want to get it through here over to the other side for the shower. And so needed to cut a channel. We will be having a false floor here with some drawers underneath that we can pull out from either end. And then we have to go ahead and cut a handle right here so it's easier to open the lid. It's kind of hard to grab onto the sides. So we're going to put that somewhere right in the middle. I laid it all out using a square and a ruler, as well as a spray paint can lid to make the rounded edges. Then I drilled holes in the corners and used my jigsaw to cut out the shape. We have gotten a hole in the top, much easier to open. And again, that side hole, we'll go ahead and start blowing this off, and then rub it down and paint it. I used my air compressor to get rid of the bulk of the dust before I rubbed it down with a t-shirt. Then I covered everything with 1 coat of Kills primer. Well, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We are back at it again. We've got the boxes out. I've got them all primed, put on the lip so that we can have the centerpiece to make it into a giant bed, and painted inside, or primed inside and outside. And so now what we have to do is go ahead and throw another coat of paint on these, and then get them inside after a little bit. I used Valspar cabinet and furniture paint. It shows less brush strokes because it is self-leveling. One interesting thing my grandfather taught me was to use a small penny nail and go around the rim of your paint can, and then it will drip back into the paint as opposed to outside of the paint. Like I said before, during a van build, you'll spend a lot of time sanding and painting everything that you build. My wife ordered an 8-inch memory foam mattress that we are using for our build, and it is kitty approved. If you are going to cut up your own mattress, definitely get a new electric knife to use. It leaves a much nicer edge. My wife also ordered some mattress covers that we've temporarily put on, but we're going to stretch them to fit better. We've also added a table mount so that we can make this into a dinette to have our meals or play cards at. It can swivel in many directions and is fun to play with. Now that we've got the beds in, it's time to go test them out and watch the sunset. If you're still watching at this point, I have to say I really appreciate it, and thanks for subscribing.